How you doing? So this is how you put on your prosthesis. My name is Crystal. I was shot at 36 times, hit 12 by a 45 by a black police officer. Only they cover it up and do what they do. Anyway, I was there at Burger King, keeping my family business to itself, confronting a family member. I was there 6 hours trying to figure out how and what I was going to do. Now, mind you, I had a pellet gun with no pellets, but it was in my bag. It wasn't even out. I was 5'2", 120 pounds soaking wet. There were 3 cops, well, 2 cops that were there first, covering both entrances because they were closed. They tried to say I held it hostage and told them to lock the doors. There's a lot of discrepancies in the story, but we're not here to really deliberate all of that at the moment. Who knows what may happen. So anyway, when the officer, the 2 were there waiting for Officer Bonner. When he arrived, he busted the door, and within 6 seconds, he unloaded his clip. Now, mind you, the other 2 didn't fire, nor were they even in the restaurant. So anyway, he went through his first clip. He dropped his magazine. Second clip, then I finally fell. And the third clip, he shot at me while I was down. I've been leaving a trail of this story. I have the pictures, I've posted them. And no other officers shot anyway. And if you go on my Facebook, I've even done like a YouTube video showing how big the hole of a 45 is. And the officer was certified in mass destruction. He became an officer on 420. And he was 6 feet away from me. He missed 17 times. So, if you don't believe that there is a higher power, you got me mistaken. I know for a fact. So, this is what you call above the or below the knee, a BK, and this is above the knee. ORMC failed to care for my needs, and I got gangrene in this one. Therefore, I lost it. And it sucks above the knee because you can't put pressure on that. So, big difference when you're trying to walk. Now, I gotta try to keep this PG. They put me incompetent because they're trying to cover up, and they did a horrible job. The only thing that I said was I was thirsty. And I didn't grow up with religion. I grew up with the president of the Outlaws in Orlando. So our church was on Sunday at the clubhouse. And this is a BK. So above the knee, I have no knee control with my prosthesis. So it's like a suction, and I'll show you that. This one is screwed. it has this screw. It unscrews. But this is how, bear with me, I'm by myself, normally anyway. And I'm trying to do so much and trying to cover a lot of things that I have been making a mess of a trail of my truth. But my truth is, I'm just like you. I just have had to sit down, listen, pay attention, and I've had to live a really different realm of life. So I don't need anybody's approval. I've even had a pastor come to my house after I was stood up by 2 to ask questions, because all things matter. All religions, I'm no hater. Okay, anyways, the below the knee, black legs, white girl, shot by police officer, statement. So, this screw will go in, and you can't see it, but you'll hear it. And I'm so ghetto fabulous that I need new prosthesis, but you'll hear it snap on. Now, this one is very uncomfortable. It's probably why I don't wear them like I should. But this has a lever, this little button. When you put it on and you put pressure on it, it grabs a suction, and then you lock it. And that's all you have for security. This one, to take it off, I take this button, I have to push it, and it slides off. Okay. This one, now this looks like a penis, like rubber. I'm not really sure. It even has socks that go with it. That I guess has your size of your legs change. Or if it's cold, I don't know. So, bear with me. I'm going to try to cover the light in the back. So, a lot of modifying, a lot of prosthesis appointments. I went live at my appointments, or a appointment, to kind of give you an idea. But I'm going to try something a little different to kind of really show you how unstable but yet stable I could be, or you could be. And I remember when I first lost them, I was scared to death to walk. It was like walking on those big tall things. And they wanted to make me 5'7", but I'm 5'4" now when I have them on. No, before I was 5'2". So I'm fixing to get up and lock this leg. Don't pray for my horrible camera kind of maneuvering, but this is how we do it. And again, don't mind the mess. I'm only going to do a little bit of how my walking goes, and of this, maybe, because, like I said, these mamma jammers are hot, and I do not have AC but in one room anymore. I was released Christmas Day. After I got shot, I was on life support. I was released, or I was in the hospital, healed after the first day I lost my right leg. A month later, I lost my second leg. 2 months I healed. They took me to jail. I was there 3 months, anonymously billed out. Apparently, my father, that has absolutely nothing to do with me, my sperm donor, his girlfriend absolutely loved me and made him bond me out. Long story short, It was Christmas. I was released homeless, had no idea who or what. I had nothing to my name. I would have been held if I didn't ask, well, what happens when I'm released? The chair says property of Orange County Jail. And they're like, well, you should probably talk to your attorney. So I did, and they went ahead and ordered me a chair. You get 2 in 5 years. Mind you, I live in my chair most of the time, so I have no break. My chair is all jacked up, and most of my time is crawling. And being shot 12 times, this is kind of where the discrepancy comes in. A lot in the report, there was 3 sworn statements saying due to the severe trauma to her right arm, we had to secure her left. Now, I'm in the hospital. I had almost lost my arm, okay? This arm is fine. Completely different arms, you know what I mean, that they lied about. I'm in the hospital with no legs, 1 arm, and I'm handcuffed to the bed. Anyway, there's a lot to this story. Due to the privacy of my family, I put myself out there. I don't give a crap, because I have a purpose, a divine appointment to be with you guys and show my mess, to be a warning sign, to be, you know, it's my heart. So who cares about the rest? As a matter of fact, this is, I'll go ahead and say it now because I always get messages. What is that tat? I love that tat. It was a heart, just a heart. And I had someone, Bill Slaughter, Chuck Lee, come up with this. And they're gargoyles. From a distance, it looks like a butterfly. And when I get closer, you'll see it. So, Chuck Lee, Bill Slaughter, thank you. And I had learned some serious independence. There's a lot of stories and a lot of amazing things that have come of this. But there's a big trail of a mess of my story. You can go watch. I don't have to do it all now. But again, there are gargoyles protecting my heart. I was a dancer up until the day I was shot, which was May 22nd, 2015. If you Google my name nationwide, you might have heard about me hiding in the Tupperware from the police. All my court dates were on the days of the birth of my mother's birthday, my dad's birthday, just repetitive. Well, my attorney after 3 years quit, the state attorney quit, the judge changed, everybody changed. Now I'm on a supervised conditional release, found incompetent, and I have my worker ready to fight for me to take competency class. So, anyway, I'm still incompetent. Anyway, so, you ready? You'll hear more clicking in my right knee. Now, my left knee is now in, and it's locked. Okay? You know, there's not many people that will stay in your life and help you. So I want to thank, you know, those of you that have. Now, I was just trying to cover the light. Now, I don't need a cane. Well, I probably should, but I'm going to show you how this is done. I need to do prosthesis. My doctors keep dropping me because they say my caseload is too much for them, so I get no pain management. I can't even get my referrals. So when you have the below the knee and above the knee, you're supposed to start off. Let me get my cane because I'm going to be going too slow. Actually, I'll just use the Swiffer because I'm about to be cleaning. Okay. I had the hardest time finding a way to do this with having no knee control. I was scared to death. But I come across one, so I want to be another video that could help someone like me. But what happens is you kick out the one that you have no knee control over. You kick it out. You always gotta because it locks it. Okay. I'm used to it now, but I have such a small space that I'm working with. Now, this is me standing up. My prosthesis. I've done a video on this before, but I've been doing them in bits and pieces. There's my sunroof. It's a cute little RV. Follow along to my videos and you'll see kind of what I'm saying. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to start this next video. I'm going to let this one be. But this is Crystal's Method. Facebook. I have a couple pages. You'll have to follow along. Alright, have a blessed day, good health, and good spirits.